side effects of eating broiler chicken. Chicken is the most commonly consumed poultry around the world. We love it because it's cheap and it's a high source of protein, and of course you can make a variety of dishes using chicken. The worst part is that the problem isn't only about over-consuming the white meat. Factory farmed means not good. The problem starts when you have no idea what is in the chicken you are eating. Factory farmed chicken contains all sorts of things that you would never want in the food you and your family eats. For example, the broiler chicken that we generally get from any chicken shop, before the technological advancements in the 2000 decade, used to weigh around 905 grams alive. Today that same chicken weighs 4,202 grams alive. That is logical to believe that a genetically modified chicken has been consuming genetically modified fodder. Lack of concern on both the sellers' and consumers' part is doing all sorts of damage to our health. All of a sudden we have weaker stomachs, our digestive immunity is not as good as our rural peers, and we feel full even though we just took a few bites of our meal. Extreme contamination risk. Worldwide, roughly 52 billion chickens are artificially hatched. They are slaughtered within 42 days. Their natural lifespan is 10 to 15 years. The poultry industry is producing at a rate it can't even control. This is because we are consuming chicken excessively, and the menu at fast food chains and restaurants feature white meat greatly that the producers are forced to do dirty tricks on the chicken and make them grow to a huge size within 40-50 days. The hygiene inside their facilities is something that is so off-putting that many of you will probably go vegetarian if you ever visit one. This makes the chicken fully exposed to diseases which it easily carries from their pens to the meat shops and from the straight into our kitchen. Reduction of antibiotics. When a chicken is forced to grow to maturity within 50 days and even forced to hatch earlier than it normally would have, it does a lot to the bird. Apparently healthy, but their fodder and living conditions are so foul that the poultry loses pretty much all of its nutritional value and instead becomes a carrier of diseases for its consumers. The most common is the high risk of E. coli, a bacteria that reduces the immunity to many diseases. The least it can do is cause food poisoning, and at worst anything could happen. This is not even the worst part. It reduces the ability of antibiotics of helping you to fight the diseases you are now prone to. High risk of breast and prostate cancer. The bodybuilder chicken that has suddenly become the standard is actually fed arsenic in order to grow so much. Arsenic is like a nightmare to humans. It is literally as bad as it gets. Consuming chicken on a daily basis or even after every 2 days results in buildup of arsenic in our body. The results are catastrophic. In women it causes breast cancer and men fall victim to prostate cancer. This is getting alarmingly common in bodybuilders and fitness freaks who consume chicken in very high quantities. Irrespective of gender, the compound causes dementia and many other neurological problems. Weight gain. When fitness freaks focus on gaining muscle, they turn towards poultry, and at the same time, we are advertised that chicken is our healthy light snack that won't cause any increase in our weight. But actually, white meat is so low on fiber you can probably just go on eating it as much as you want, and at the same time it is extremely calorie-dense meat. You will never feel full, and you would have consumed enough for 2 meals at the same time. Feces. Poultry slaughter procedures. A USDA training video recently obtained by the Physicians Committee through the Freedom of Information Act reveals that the chicken slaughtering process ends with carcasses soaking in cold water fecal soup for up to 1 hour before being packaged for consumers. Large chicken processing plants, such as Tyson and Purdue, can slaughter as many as 30,000 chickens an hour. During processing, Chicken carcasses are mechanically disemboweled and later soaked in a chill tank before being packaged and sent to distributors. Toxic chemicals. Chlorine and peracetic acid are used to treat chicken at the processing plant where a federal poultry inspector died after coughing up blood in his lungs and kidneys failed. 5 Both are toxic chemicals known to cause lung damage, among other health hazards. USDA inspectors and poultry industry employees across the nation have also suffered from asthma, burns, rashes, irritated eyes, and sinus problems that they attribute to chemical exposure. Use of these toxins and other antimicrobials to treat chicken contaminants will increase because of the pending poultry inspection guidelines that state all carcasses would remain on the line to be treated with the online antimicrobial agent. In other words, all poultry products would be doused with an agent such as trisodium phosphate, chlorinated water, or acidified sodium chloride prior to reaching consumers. Cholesterol. Chicken contains nearly as much cholesterol as red meat. 4 ounces of beef and 4 ounces of chicken both contain approximately 100 milligrams of artery-clogging cholesterol, which contributes to heart disease. In addition to dietary cholesterol, typical chicken servings are about 50% fat, and 30% of that is saturated or unhealthy fat, which stimulates the body's production of cholesterol. Chicken contains no fiber, a substance that can naturally lower cholesterol and remove toxins and hormones from the body that can help prevent certain types of cancer. Carcinogens. A new study from Johns Hopkins University found levels of inorganic arsenic in chicken 2 to 3 times higher than the FDA suggests might be safe. Arsenic is used in chicken feed to kill intestinal parasites, promote growth, and make meat look pinker. There is no federal law prohibiting the sale or use of arsenic-based drugs in poultry feed, but Maryland is the first state to ban most arsenicals in chicken feed. Consuming inorganic arsenic leads to increased risk of lung and bladder cancer. Food poisoning. Broiler chicken contains harmful bacteria and germs responsible for foodborne infections. What makes broiler chickens especially susceptible to contamination is the process they go through before they get to the stores. Even at the store, the carcass of the bird you buy becomes exposed to juices and drippings from all the birds that were rinsed in the cold water tank after they were slaughtered. So even if that particular bird didn't originally carry germs or bacteria, it would no doubt pick up some during this dunk in the tank. They eat harmful chemicals in order to get ready for maximum meat production and gain fat. Due to chemicals and injections they face, they grow 3 times faster than the normal chicken. They have growth hormones-related problems, which can affect us as well. The bones of broiler chickens are weak as well due to improper growth. Also they lack proper nutrition as they are stuffed with chemicals and medications.